Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So I don't know if you guys are like me, but I have a really bad habit. I do not clean my stuff as much as I should. And sometimes I let it get to the point where it just can't be ignored anymore, and then it takes an entire day to clean everything, and that just ended up being today. But I kind of made a mistake. While I was cleaning, I was watching the news and realized that we are in for a pretty big battle. It looks to me that there's going to be a push for gun control like we have probably never seen before. That's kind of why I named the video, Tsunami of gun control. That's kind of what it is. It's this giant wave of gun control that's coming down the pipeline on the local level, on the state level, on the federal level. I'm pretty much seeing it everywhere. Everything that you could imagine being introduced is being introduced right now. And the reason is because emotions are still high. I mean, when emotions are high, that's when they try and take advantage of things because, you give it a month or two and people are going to be back to their regular lives and they're not going to be able to do anything. So they try and take advantage of that fact by pushing as much through as possible in as fast as possible. And you're even seeing I believe it's a Senate Judiciary Committee is going to be meeting on June 5th or June 6th, the beginning week of June. They're going to be meeting to discuss what they can do. And I guarantee you that it's not going to be good. It's not going to be anything that really supports the Constitution. If you know what I mean, it's going to go the complete opposite direction. It always does. Anytime they start discussing stuff like this, it's basically just discussing how to infringe on our rights. And that's what I'm seeing based on the news. I just am absolutely stunned at the speed in which these people are getting this stuff done. I can tell you right now, a lot of it seems to have, backing, a lot of financial backing to it. So you know that there's organizations out there like Moms Demand in every town that are, funneling money into this effort and into this push because since they're the activism side of this thing, they're going to be all on top of it as well. They make it seem like we're the bad guys when we're not. In reality, they're the ones that are using something like this to, achieve a political agenda, which is just absolutely disgusting to me. I mean, I don't get it, but that's what they're doing. And so we're seeing this come in just not even just waves. I mean, a wave. You're going to see stuff come down in places that you might thought were safe. Oh, I live in a free state, or I live in a free city in a free state, or whatever it is. You're going to be surprised because there are people there that don't feel the same way that you do, and they just happen to be in government. They happen to be in politics, and so they're going to say, hey, this is a time where I might be able to get support from the other side. I might be able to get the other side to back me on this. And if they don't, then, well, we'll just shame them, right? We'll just shame them, make them feel bad, and make them feel like, oh, well, you must be on the side of the person who did this if you don't agree with what I'm saying. So that's another thing that they do, is they try and make you seem like the bad guy. They try and shame you and make you feel bad for something that you took no part in and have absolutely nothing to do with. No matter what they say, you had nothing to do with it at all. But they'll try and make it seem that way, and they'll try and make it seem like if you don't do what we've been trying to do, then, you're just as bad, essentially. And we're seeing basically the same game plan that's played every single time, except this time it seems to be a lot more efficient. It seems to be a lot more efficient. It seems to be moving a lot faster. And I'm really curious to see what happens here, what type of stuff we see come down the pipeline, because none of it's going to be good whatsoever. And, just wanted to talk to you guys about it, see if you're seeing the same thing, and, see if you would leave a comment and let me know what you guys think about it, because there is going to be a lot of push against our rights in the next couple weeks. Just expect it, and expect it in a lot of states. Even California. You'd think to yourself, well, what else could they possibly do in California? I mean, they pretty much already have absolutely everything. How could they come up with anything else? Oh, trust me. Those people are the most creative and most clever when it comes to coming up with new stuff. They just seem to pull it out of thin air sometimes, and it's really mind-blowing and mind-numbing, to be honest with you. Do you guys ever use wire brushes and you put your thumb or your finger on it or something like that, and there's a bristle that's sticking out to the side, and you just end up pushing it right through your skin? Yeah, that's just kind of what happens. So anyway, just keep that in mind. And keep your eye out for stuff. If you're not a member of a group or organization that kind of fights for your rights, maybe now's a good time to pick one. I'm not sponsored or promoted or supported in any way by any organizations anymore. So, you can choose whoever you want. I like the FPC. I like the GOA. GCA, I mean, there's a lot of different ones out there, but you got to do your research because sometimes they're local, sometimes they're state, sometimes they handle more of the federal stuff, and it really just depends, where you want to put your time and effort. Really, that's kind of what it comes down to. But I would pick something. I would pick something because now is going to be a time where you're going to need it. We are going to need it because if it ends up in court, right, which almost guaranteed that it would end up in court, you're going to see that. We need people on our side that have the ability to get in there and fight on our behalf. So even though there's really not much we can do, like just on our level right now, there's a lot that other people can do because they have more resources and, they can get in there and do things on our behalf. So while I'm not promoting anything specific, I am promoting the fact that you should be a member of some organization that's there to help us out. So while I sit here and work on this for the next 5 hours and all the different stuff that I have to do, maybe do a little bit of homework and get in there because I do get emails all the time from people saying, hey, I want to, I just got my first this or my first that, and I want to know how I can, support our rights. So that's a great way. Regardless, it's coming, and it's coming in a way that I have not seen in decades. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know. It's my rights. You're not taking away my rights, period. End of story. I mean, that's just it. I don't care what law you come up with or what you say. My rights are my rights, and they were given to me before they were ever written down on paper. So with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. You guys have a great day.